Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you all my Shadowverse Evolve Gloryfinder starter deck opening. These are the two newest starter decks for the Shadowverse Evolve Gloryfinder series. Gloryfinder being almost the commander-like series for Shadowverse, where you can run one of every different card in your deck, and having some exclusive Gloryfinder cards, some more revamped powerhouse cards available in the decks as well. We originally had the decks for Swordcraft, Abysscraft, Runecraft, and also not Dragoncraft, but the Swordcraft, Runecraft, Abysscraft, and then the last one being it's on the tip of my tongue, Havencraft, that's it, for the different decks. And now we have Dragoncraft and Forestcraft available for the different decks as well. So these decks are meant to be played right out of the box, and you can always mix and match the different decks with additional support cards from other booster sets as well. But I figured I'd open up each one of these decks and show what you get with each one. We'll go ahead and start off with the actual Dragoncraft deck. So very excited to test these out. For the times I've played Gloryfinder, I've definitely enjoyed it. But yep, we have the two different decks available to open for each of you. So we'll go ahead and just open up each one as well. So we have the two different decks ready to play, like I said, out of box for each one as well. So let's go ahead and start off with the Dragoncraft, as mentioned before. If I can find these, very similar to the Card-Right Vanguard start decks when you get them like this. So we have the actual deck here. So let's go ahead and see. So we have a Paper Leader, as you can see here, being Vidar Crowned Trader for Dragoncraft. We have Warbreaker Dragoon for a Gloryfinder card. You can tell if a card is meant exclusively for Gloryfinder if you see the Gloryfinder symbol right there down below the card. So just for a one-cost Evolve, which I believe the extra cards in the pack will be the tokens and the Evolve deck. So we have that. We have Feline Absolute Zero, another one of the new Gloryfinder exclusive cards. The fact that's a foil is very awesome. Hastewing Dragonoot for this card. Evolve 7 for this card. If there are at least 7 face-up Evolve followers in your Evolve deck, evolve this follower, which is its fanfare ability, so it just gets around the 7-cost Evolve. Hulking Dragonoot, another powerhouse. This follower can't attack its owner. Interesting. So give control of this card to another player, move it to the field of another player on fanfare, whose field isn't full, and at the start of your end phase, deal 5 damage to your leader. So this just is meant to hurt your opponent, so that's what it's meant to do there. We have Shiva, which is a game-winning card by having 20 face-up cards in your Evolve deck. Kagemitsu, Matchless Blade. This card was actually in the Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, but this is a reprinted card as well in the pack, I believe. If not a new card, but it doesn't have Gloryfinder, so it also is meant to be used in the original game also. Oh, nice. They've also reprinted Sweet Tooth Medusa in the deck also. Reprinted copy there. Azita Haka. I love that these cards are foil also. Karula, Arts Master. Dark Angel Olivia. Bad Katha for another reprint there. We have Regal Wildcat. So those were all the legendary cards that we just pulled there. We have some of the gold now being Regal Wildcat. And how many of these? No, not all the deck is foil. I guess just up to the gold. We have Date Masamune for another one of our Gloryfinder exclusive cards. Dramatic Dragon Blader. Pain Immortal for a Abysscraft card there. Grimir Warring Tempest. Javnir Warring Flame. Hinkar Warring Thunder, another Gloryfinder card. We have Lightning Blast for Dragoncraft. Dragon Oracles, another good reprint. Ouroboros. Underworld Watchman Kawi. Bellringer Angel. And the fact that these are foil is also very, very nice, because I believe all the cards from the original Gloryfinder set were all common. We have Mithra, Daybreak Deity. Tartman. Fall from Grace. Now we have the silver cards, Maid Leader. Verdict Discovery, Vile Violet Dragon. Roy Dragon Cleaver. Shenlong. Conflagration. Dragon Newt Fist. Serpent Wrath. Boost Kicker. Market Heretical Sister. Colette Holy Gunner. Battlefield Inquisitor. Acolyte's Light. Pure Heart Singer. Execution. Fida the Gentle Elf. Armor of the Stars. Witch of Sweets. Presto Changeo. Witch Bolt, which all these are just reprinted cards for the Gloryfinder deck. Geovore, Blazing Breath, Frogbat, and Realm of Repose. So you have all of those along with the many different Gloryfinder cards added in for the deck itself. Next we have which you get the counter and everything as well in the deck. So you get that, the rule book for how to play Gloryfinder, the playmat itself, and then we have the actual evolved deck cards also. So we have Warbreaker Dragoon for our evolved version of the card we had. Same with Feline Absolute Zero. Hastewing Dragonute also. Here's the evolved form for Sweet Tooth Medusa. These were some pretty, pricey cards. So the fact that these are in here makes it all the better as well. Azidahaka, Karula Artsmaster, Bodkatha, Dot Muzumune. These are all their evolved forms. Jafnir Warring Flame, Warring Thunder, Bellringer Rangers Evolved, Mithra Daybreak Deity, Maid Leader, Roy Dragon Cleaver, Shenlong, Colette, Fita, Witch of Sweets, Geovore, Frogbat, and then our token cards being the Dragon, Serpent ones that you can summon off Medusa, the Puppet tokens, and then the 3 evolution points with the written differently text for the actual different points that up to 4 different players can get for playing in Gloryfinder also. So the next deck that we have to go over being the Forestcraft deck. I say Forestcraft, but there's a wide variety of different cards, obviously, in each deck that you can play. Forestcraft just being the main focus, and what you have to remember is that with your Gloryfinder, it has to match your leader as well. So if you're using Forestcraft for the leader, it has to be the leader choice as well. We have Babs, the Hornet Queen, so another insect Gloryfinder exclusive. Yggdrasil, Root of Life, Omnis Prime Okami. We have Lord of the Vajano Marsh for another Forestcraft creature. Kronos, if this card is played, take another turn after this one. And last words, banish this card. So just a 10 cost fanfare, extra turn. Ancient Elf, Cosmo Fang, Spinaria, Keeper of Enigmas, Forest Oracle Pascal, Lucifer in foil form also, Sylvia the Condenser, Mahez, Forest Archelon, Nature Consumed, Wish Wielder, Imperial Unicorn, Uriel, Myth Cleaver, Rhinoceroach, there's Slade as well to go with Cosmo Fang, Cetus the Beastblade, Homecoming, Spring Green Protection, Hair of Illusion, Globe of Stairways, Sacred Plea, Princess Mage, Garbara Bear, Michelle the Mind Reader, Nature's Guidance, Blessing of Creation, Harvest Festival, Maid Leader, Freshman Lou, Insight. Looks like we have some Runecraft cards mixed in with this one also. Soul Conversion, Prism Priestess, Dark Offering, Rosa, Mechwing Maiden, Mystic Ring, Biofabrication, Elf Bard, Tweedledum, Tweedledee, Starry Elf, Floral Breeze, Flower of Fairies, Elegance in Action, Craig, Wizard of Mysteria, Blazing Breath, Dragon's Nest, and Hallowed Dogma. So some pretty awesome cards in the Forestcraft deck as well. And for the Evolved deck, we have Yggdrasil, Root of Life, Omnis Prime Okami, Lord of the Vajano Marsh, the Evolved form, Ancient Elf Evolved, Cosmo Fang Evolved, Lucifer Evolved, Mahez, Imperial Unicorn, Uriel, Rhinoceroach, Slade, Cetus the Beastblade, Elven Princess Mage, Gerbera Bear, Michelle the Mind Reader, Maid Leader, Prism Priestess, Rosa, Mechwing Maiden, Tweedledum, Tweedledee, Craig, and then our actual tokens being the Hornet Warriors, which are the Gloryfinder exclusive ones, the Fairy tokens, the Fairy Wisp token, and then the 3 additional evolution points as well. But all in all, these are very, very awesome decks. Once again, you could buy these and then just start playing Gloryfinder right out of the deck. But once again, as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Qualia out.